call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Quick release on the RPO. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. And the pass is incomplete, charged loose by the hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that one's incomplete.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Wants to throw on 1st down. The screen, he can go! And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range that people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if this squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love. Now, Jesse, how do they handle it?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Coleman. Turning it on. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
What a play by the defender there, guys, in his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
Gonna look downfield again. This one's complete. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And man, this guy's shown you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a phenomenal year. Now is the time late in the season when you can go win those individual awards.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Tiger. They grab the early lead. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll start this drive with a pass. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. action. Going over the top. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Quick strike complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
On the ground, it's Pringle. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
They'll ride the hot hand. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Going for it all. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know.
Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a third down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced a big interception.
Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Simmons. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Witherspoon. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
Defense is about learning the plays. Third down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
Wants to keep it in the air. Oh, he wants it all. He's got it. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
How about the offense? The offense goes with the run on 3rd and goal, thinking they can push it in there and be physical. The defense is having absolutely none of that. Nice job by the defense, committing to the run, being physical, and stuffing this offense.
So they've got the lead. They can make it a 2-score game with a chip shot field goal, but instead, the offense is out there on 4th down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He wants to throw it. Moving out of the pocket. Trying to bull his way in. The throw and the catch were good. The run was not good enough. The defense stands tall and makes a stop. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Got to be careful here. Backed up this deep on 3rd down. Caught behind the line. It's Beebe there to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. The Hurricanes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the returner will be brought down. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab. It's Coleman.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive game.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give out of the gun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted for the 11th time. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Motion from the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Got it behind the line, it's Pringle. At the 45 on his way. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field.
Oh, he's got some space.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll move the wide receiver. From the shotgun, the inside give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Back to throw, it's Mendoza. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Back's looking for the goal line. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, I think the defense was even caught off guard on that one, guys. Not seeing the field goal unit trot out onto the field. They had a golden opportunity there to make a stop and get the ball back without surrendering any points. They couldn't do it, though, and now all of a sudden their backs are against the wall.
Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Florida Atlantic is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to USF. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Snagged out of the air.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And the Canes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. Lets it fly. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into. And when he caught it, making him...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Miami.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Now sliding to his left. That's caught. It's Thompson. He'll be guided out of bounds at the 17, and a productive play there.
Well, if you're on defense, I mean, that's the way you want to get this quarterback running. He's right-handed, so get him to go to his left where you expect the accuracy to come way down. If they continue to do that, that's going to work in the defense's favor.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. On the move, he fires. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Now facing third and short from their own 17. From the gun, wants to pass. Time to take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
One of the things I love about this offense is they love to go for it on fourth down. And we've seen it early in this game already. I think you're going to see it again here. They've got supreme confidence in their offense to be able to go get it done. And you get the feeling this is a big-time play in this game. They're able to convert this one. The momentum is squarely on their side.
Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Auburn sends out the punting unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That returner literally is going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and fell.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Carr. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they wanted more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion. It's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing it away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Canes.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Might be changing the route. Motion from the wideout. Going right to work up top. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their third possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Canes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here comes the Auburn offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half. I
think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. With the catch, it's Simmons. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And an early completion for this dude, but you'll see a lot of that. I mean, he's been unreal this season. Like spreading the football around, multiple guys. Every game you look up, he's putting up huge numbers. This offense is built around his ability to throw the football, and that's why he's one of the best in all of college football.
And the Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Finds his man. It's Coleman. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. caught near the sticks. It's Coleman. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
You're going to be a quarterback in the Heisman race. You got to win games and you got to put up big numbers, and that's exactly what this guy has done all season long. Top 10 in the nation in passing yardage, and he's the biggest reason why they've been winning.
Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
And back to the air on second down. Oh, they're after him! And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Wants to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Simmons. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Well, I love the job in coverage there. Sure, the guy made the catch, but right away the defender able to bring him down. No possibility of yak on that play.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out first drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is totally ready in this situation, too. Because of the field position with the offense backed up, they know they're going to try and run the ball, buy themselves some real estate that they ain't having. Lots of bodies in the box, close to the line of scrimmage, and they generate a TFL.
To throw, it's Mendoza. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. And the Hurricanes will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the amount of mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Using his legs to buy some time. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled.
Breaks into the open. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games, putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult if you want to throw an accurate throw like he did right there.
Wants to throw on third down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Looking for a gap. It's Beebe.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
To the air. It's Mendoza. Rushes on him. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
This is a really nice job there on that third down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up fourth down.
They kick it away on fourth down. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line.
Gonna let it fly. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner. But right now they want to stop on third down. From the gun, running back on the move. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. Has to get there to move the sticks. Turning it on. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Right back to the well. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beaten. He's priority number 1. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the second half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball back.
They'll leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Obviously backed up against it, time running out. Got to get the football back. 2 good plays, now 3rd down. I stay aggressive, have to come after him. If they decide to throw the football, so be it. But stay aggressive, get that football back for your offense.
To the air, it's Mendoza. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
You know, when you go down personnel package, you got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. You've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
So here comes the Auburn offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Got a wide open receiver. Touchdown, Tigers. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. With that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fires to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate, easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
Gets it to him on the screen. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. The sure hands, it's Carr.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
The Hurricanes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Toss sweep to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. And the Canes send out the punt unit. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He's got it. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. That's reeled in. It's Robinson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's Coleman. It's a fumble on the play. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Buying some time. He'll get rid of it. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Unloads it left. Wide open downfield. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game.
There he goes. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
To the ground. He's got it again. Got enough for the first.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. The hand to the running back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass on second down. Finds his man. It's Coleman. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Let's see what they've dialed up on third and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Good timing on the quick out. Touchdown, Auburn! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Auburn! That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
In this kind of game where it's only one possession, one play could make the difference. And that time the quarterback got a little too greedy. The defender jumps in front, picks it off, adds the lead for his team. We still got a lot of football to go here, but that was a massive play for the defense.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll start this drive going to the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Sends it back in motion. To the air on second down. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
On third down, he drops the throw. He's taking a deep shot. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
He wants a big play here late. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He'll try to take it back. Inside the 10. He'll go out of bounds at the 4-yard line, and he almost had a pick six.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Here's a heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Timeout is called with just a single second left. After this, it'll be a wrap. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time.